lot of people in this province are excited about another quarterback on the roster, Nathan Rourke.
I really like Nathan. He was in the previous year's draft, and we drafted him high for a reason, and so he's going to be able to come in and compete right away. So we'll see what he's got. I know he's a winner. His college career, I believe they won 3 bowl games, which they hadn't come close to that before. So there's something to be said for guys that are winners, especially at the quarterback position. I really look forward to seeing him to get out there and see what he does. And if it fits right, then we'll use him. So I know he's excited about it too. So, looking forward to seeing how that all develops.
Even before the pandemic, one for me, I asked you before camp about Nathan Rourke, and you had some great things to say about him. Just wondering what your thoughts have been on him and how he's performed and how he's stacking up among the quarterbacks who are jostling for position.
Yeah, my thoughts have not changed, and I'm not surprised. I really like his demeanor, his competitiveness, pays attention, works hard, does all those things. I think it's just a matter of experience and getting more turns in there at quarterback. And you can see as time goes on, I think he keeps getting better. I think when he's in the huddle, when you stand back there, I think the offensive players, believe in the guy. That's a huge part of being a quarterback, is that the other 11 guys believe they can get it done with you. And I think he would fit that mode, and just looking forward to him to keep getting reps and keep getting better as he goes.
Just want to get your take on how you feel like you've performed so far in your first camp with the Lions. How do you think you've shown yourself?
Yeah, I think it's been good. I don't have any complaints at this point. Been able to get accustomed with the playbook and the speed of the game and kind of adjust, and thank for the opportunity to play and get some reps with some of the guys that are going to be playing on a regular basis. So that's been awesome, and I think this week's been better than last, and I think every day it's been an improvement on the last one. So I'm happy about that.
Just one more from me. I think you're going to be a favorite in this province to sneak your way into that backup job. And what do you think your chances are?
Your guess is as good as mine at this point. I really don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, that's the goal. The goal is to be the backup. Obviously, having Mike in the room has been great. And yeah, it'd be great to be able to be the second guy up and to have the confidence from the team and the coaching staff if something were to happen to Mike. It's a long season in the CFL, so have the confidence in me to be able to just kind of move forward. If he goes down, that's the goal, and hopefully I'm doing my best to put myself in the best position possible.
What have you found to be some of the biggest surprises at your first pro camp?
Biggest surprises. There's not too much that surprised me. I guess the biggest adjustment for me has just been the complexity of the offense. It certainly gets to a point where it's more of a mental challenge than a physical one at this point. I think that's just an adjustment from college to the pro game, especially at the quarterback position. So that I haven't really been surprised by that too much, but because football is football at the end of the day. But there's definitely been a bit of a transition period for me.
Everyone always talks about motion from the defensive side of the ball and what it does to a defense, but it also adds motion when you do things on offense. The defense reacts, and Coach Campbell made an interesting point talking about the fact that a lot of times your reads might be static in the American game, whereas you're looking at a certain defender, you see where he's lining up, and in this game, because you have the motion, you've got people flying all over the place. How much of an adjustment is that, trying to get that pre-snap read compared to the American game?
Yeah, I think, it definitely is. I think a little bit easier in the American game. But I think, I don't know what practice this is, but I certainly feel like I'm starting to learn the clues and the hints of, what what the defense might be doing. That might be just because I've seen them for, however many practices it's been, over and over, and kind of seen them progress and as they add and install certain things. But, from an offensive standpoint, we're trying to dictate their movement with our motion. So the things that we are doing, everything's for a reason. It's not random. So we're taking, every single hint that we can on the movements that we do, the motion that we do, and seeing how they adjust. And that's definitely something that we're seeing, and that definitely affects the read. So the motion is definitely an advantage, I think, for us if you know what to look for and how to view it. So, and that's been an adjustment for me, who's played 5 years. The past 5 seasons I've played, I've been in the American game.
You got a pretty good receiving core. Just your thoughts on some of the guys you're throwing the football to.
Yeah, unbelievable starting 5, and I'm glad that we're going to have some depth as well. But yeah, it's been a treat to kind of watch all the guys and see, first of all, how they prepare, but also just their raw athletic talent. I always had the privilege of throwing with Lamar Durant in the off season, get to know him a little bit better. But I've been extremely impressed by Lucky and his just sheer speed, and looking forward to having a big target like Burnham. And yeah, it's hard to not say everything you can about every single one, because I don't think we have a weakness at any of the starting 5 receivers at all.
Sliding back to yourself a bit, I wanted to get this in as well. I mean, obviously a national, you're born in Victoria from what I understand. Do you want to get to the point where you're just known as a quarterback rather than a Canadian quarterback?
I think I certainly want to be viewed as that. I don't want to be on the field just because I am a Canadian quarterback. I don't want to be given any special treatment because I'm a Canadian quarterback. And I think that the way that the reputation that Canadian quarterbacks have, I don't think that will necessarily happen. I don't think there's any special treatment for Canadian quarterbacks. I think, if anything, from what I've heard, it's the opposite. So in that sense, I would just like to be able to win the job as a quarterback. But I think that there's something to be proud of the fact that you're Canadian, and Canadians have not had a lot of success at the quarterback position historically. And that's something to be proud of. So I definitely don't want to shy away from that at all. But when it comes down to it, I just want to win the job because I'm the best, player on the field for the team, rather than anything else.
Kind of went through that, I guess, in college as well, right? I mean, you go down there, oh, he's a Canadian, right? Rather than just saying this guy's a football player. And then, of course, you did a pretty good job at Miami. Yeah,
well, yeah, I think trying to get a Division I scholarship, I definitely didn't get the special treatment. I think they're definitely more inclined to offer and invest, because you're investing a lot of money when you give someone a scholarship, especially the Division I level. I think they're making more of a risk. They're taking more of a risk than they are, than taking a guy who grew up in their own backyard, right? So it certainly was in my position, and so yeah, I don't take it lightly, but I definitely wasn't given anything, especially in those scenarios. I think, I think just the way it is, you want your own guys to succeed. I don't blame the people from in the States for wanting Americans to succeed. It's I understand that, but it's cool to see Canadians do well, especially at the quarterback position.
I'll pipe in real quick. Hey, what's your take on Nathan Rourke making his camp debut? What do you see from him?
Nathan Rourke, could you let me know who that is? I don't think I've met him yet.
Quarterback.
Number 12?
For Victoria, the BC.
12, yes.
Number 12, yeah, he got an arm on him, I'll tell you that much. He's definitely not scared to sling the ball out. I actually really like him. He's looking good out here lately.